Hello guys, welcome back to another Powerslide tutorial. My name is Nicola Torelli and today we are going to learn how to skate backwards. This is a very basic skill. Also, I would say beginners can start learning. If you know how to skate forward, then you should learn also how to skate backwards. And the earliest you learn, the earliest you're gonna unlock a whole new world of possibilities. A very basic way to get into it, which is by doing lemons. I suppose you guys already know how to do some lemons going forward. What we are going to do now will be to go backwards. And you can start by just doing one forward, stop, and do one backwards. Okay, and you want to get to the point where your heels are touching. Okay, so toes touching, heels touching. Okay, once you learn how to go back and forth, you can start going backwards, and make sure you practice this in a safe space, okay? Because at the beginning you might not be very comfortable to look over your shoulder. So if this is your very first time learning, make sure you're in a safe space, you check the floor, there are no holes, and you can just feel the motion of going backwards, okay? And if you need to stop, you're just gonna push your toes out, and that will allow you to stop the same way you would push your heels out in the front to stop. So you can go and then push the toes and point your heels to the middle, to the inside, and stop. Okay, another way that you can stop while you're practicing how to go backwards can be just by putting the foot behind you. Once you learn how to do the lemons, what you want to do is start looking over your shoulder. So you can do this by turning your shoulders and your arms to the side, and you're gonna keep doing the lemons, and you're gonna try to look over your shoulder. So your upper body will rotate to the side, and you will be able to see where you're going. You will start to be able to see if there's an obstacle, if there's something, people passing or whatever type of thing. The same way you're gonna look forward, you'll be able to look backwards. So the exercise will be looking on one side and then looking on the other side. So I'm rotating my arms and my eyes. Rotate the eyes, rotate the arms. Rotate the eyes, rotate the arms. Okay? Push the toes out and stop. Once you've learned to do the lemons and also looking over your shoulders, you can start skating with a bit of a stride. The same way we skate forward by shifting the weight side to side and pushing to the side, we are going to do backwards. So put the weight on one leg and put the weight on the other. Okay, so I push to the side, push to the other side, push to one side and push to the other side. So I would say this is very important to learn. I see a lot of people skating backwards like this. And I'll tell you what, they'll get tired very soon because they are pushing with just one leg. And I'm not saying that's not a cool way to skate, because it is, and it's very useful to learn. But I believe that the most important that will allow you also to not get tired, it will be just the classic stride. the one balance leg tutorial. You can find the link in the description. That will be quite helpful as we go into some exercises that can help you maintain the balance on each of your foot as you stride. So one thing about backwards is that you will have a bit more weight on your toes rather than your heels. So when you move backwards, more weight will go towards the toes rather than towards the heels, like when you skate forward. Okay, so that's why some people prefer skating backwards rather than forward, is because it allows you to put a bit more weight on your toes without getting stuck. Now that you have learned how to roll backwards and look over your shoulder and shift your weight from side to side, ideally you also learn how to stop with a plow. And I'm not gonna get into how to stop with a Powerslide because that's a whole other video that I'm going to post soon. But if you learn all this, what we need to learn, which will be important, will be how to transition from skating forward into skating backwards and back to forward, what is called the transition. The first one, which for some people might be the easiest, will be just jumping. So you place your arms in an L shape and you just hop into your backwards and then hop into your forward. You're going forward, you place your arms in an L shape, your legs are a little bit scissored in this way, and you hop and keep the same stance of the scissor, or better, depending on which way you look at it, it will switch or stay the same. So this is the most direct way to shift from forward to backwards. The second way we'll look at will be by pivoting your skates. So that will be on the way from forward to backwards, it will be on your toes, and from backwards to forwards, it will be on your heels. So your arms will be in a L shape again. I will have a scissor and I will go on my toes and on my heels. So while you practice all these exercises, is very useful and important that you keep looking forward in order to then develop a good technique that allows you to maintain your sight pointing forward and being able to shift even if it's the jump. I want to be able to keep looking at the same visual that I have forward, more or less, or at least cut the least possible. One exercise that I often give is anchor your eyes into a spot straight to you and keep looking at it as you skate forward, and during your transition you keep your eyes anchored in that spot and you hop into your backwards looking at the same point. Okay, so that will help you working on your visual as you skate, as you transition from forward to backwards. The last way of transitioning that we are going to see today is the one that it might be a tiny bit more technical because it consists in shifting the weight from one leg to the other, and it's this one. So as you can see, it might work with the eagle. If you cannot do the eagle, just allow it to turn a little bit. So you can see it turns a little bit and then I turn and then I open and push away. Okay, In all this exercise, my arms are staying in a L shape, and I want to be able to shift the weight. So now it's here, it goes here, and when I put this down, I want to learn how to not fall on this foot. Okay, so I have one exercise for you guys to make sure that your transition becomes very smooth, which is doing it, and when you step here, you place this foot on your toes, okay? And you keep rolling. So that will make you hold most of your weight on this foot and will allow you to later learn moves like this or like many others, okay? So I repeat, the exercise will be roll, transition, and put your weight on the toe, okay? And you can do the front by putting the back foot on the toe. So you can go 1, 2. One, two. There you go. This is your transition using the eagle or the side surfing. As I said, if you still cannot do that, I will do a tutorial just for the eagle or side surfing. That was one of the hardest movements for me to learn. It took me a long time, and just lately I started to maybe feel a little bit more comfortable, but I definitely had to take it from a lot of angles, so I'll share all those in another video. If something is not clear, please drop a comment and let me know, so I'll make sure to address it. Make sure to turn on the notification button so that you'll know when the next tutorial will come out. Subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.